Welcome to Dog Hugs, your daily dog show, sponsored by Yummy Combs. Love your dog longer. On today's show, it's Major Biden's adoption story with the Delaware Humane Association. Let's have fun. Hello, welcome to Dog Hugs. Robbie, Carolyn.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Robbie. Hi, Larry. And hello, Spider.
Well, today is a very special day. It's a gotcha day. Spider had a gotcha day when I adopted him back on July 26, almost a half years ago.
Oh, wow.
Casey had a gotcha day the day I adopted her on December 10th. Well, it'll be 5 years ago.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Yes. Well, today we're going to be celebrating a very special gotcha day for Major Biden. So we have a fun fact for you folks. Actually, we're setting up the giveaway first. You're going to want to join the giveaway. Put a comment in, and you'll automatically be entered in the Yummy Combs giveaway. And the way you'll get it is you put in a comment, you get a number. Your number goes into the Maytag Wheel-O-Matic. We give it a spin. Somebody calls stop.
Stop. It's Monday.
Hopefully fetches your number, brings it up here. And if your number was number 3, you would win a Yummy Comb. So that's how it works. We're going to do that later in the show. But meanwhile, we've got a special day. It's Gotcha Day. And as we were starting to share with you, we have a fun fact for you today. Today is Major Biden's Gotcha Day. Now, already he's got his own hashtag.
Wow.
Check this out. And
this is so fun.
It's right at the top of the hashtag, as you can see. There are some great photos up here that folks are sharing already. Wow. There's President-elect Biden with Champ, their other dog. There's Dr. Jill. It looks like, can't tell if that's Champ or Major right there. But those are the dogs.
That was Champ.
White House.
Major is darker, so that's Champ. Champ is a little more of the tan coloring.
Good. Okay.
So you can see the difference.
So there's your fun.
I love the head tilt in the one photo.
I know.
Really
so
cute.
Cute. So
yes.
Cute.
So,
because I believe every dog should have its day, right? Don't you believe every dog should have its day? So I love gotcha days. I mean, I think every dog should be your dog's day, but that's just my opinion only. You don't have to adopt it as your own.
I was going to say, doesn't your dog make every day be his or her day? I know my poodles do.
Yes.
True that.
So we have Major Biden's adoption story. With the Delaware Humane Association. Today, we have STEPH Gomez-Carter, the Shelter Projects Manager, and CORY TOPEL, the Marketing Manager. Delaware Humane Association is located both in Wilmington and Rehoboth Beach, and it's a nonprofit, no-kill animal care and adoption organization and center. They're committed to providing for the needs of homeless and owned dogs and cats by providing temporary shelter, affordable spay and neuter services, low-cost vaccination clinics, a pet food pantry for folks who can't afford pet food.
An amazing pantry. It's amazing.
Yes. Adoption and placement resources. Their mission is to make friends for life by connecting people with animals and by building strong relationships to serve better the community. Here is the interview that Geraldine and I did with the folks at Delaware Humane. And here we go. Play the interview. Welcome to Dog Hugs, Steph and Corey. What is it like having adopted out Major to the Bidens?
Hi guys, thanks for having us. It's been what would you say, Steph? A whirlwind of a week.
Absolutely.
It's been exciting. It's been hectic around here, but it's also business as usual. We're as busy as ever, still adopting out cats and dogs. Spay-neuter surgery this past week, transports of cats locally, dogs from overseas, but the excitement of Major, it's been really, really wonderful. And you know, the truth of the matter is Major was adopted almost 2 years ago. Actually, the 16th is his 2-year gotcha day or anniversary.
2 years ago today.
Yes, today, absolutely. I have no idea what day it is. So
Monday.
Yes, absolutely. So what's really cool about that too is that with Major in the spotlight, it's just, you know, it's putting a spotlight on the importance of animal adoption, and it hopefully, or we hope at least, it will inspire other people to consider animal adoption and to support their local animal shelters as well.
What you doing?
So tell us about the whole process of Major. Major came in as part of some puppies.
Correct. Steph, she was here for it all.
So the day that they came in, their owner, you know, she couldn't take care of them any longer. That we didn't have any idea that they potentially had some medical concerns until we were kind of monitoring them, and one of them became very lethargic and started vomiting, and we were like, oh no, these puppies have got something up with them. So we got the one that was symptomatic to an emergency hospital. And once they were cleared and we figured out what was kind of going on with them, they were perfectly fine once they were treated. And then they went right, they just followed our normal process. They went right into foster. And then, you know, Joe Biden just kind of got wind of them. I believe it was one of his grandkids.
Yeah, it was his daughter, Ashley. She followed us. Delaware's a small place, and she actually followed DHA on social media already, and then I think told her parents that we had a litter of German Shepherd puppies.
Yep, and luckily none of them had been marked as, you know, for friends of so-and-so. A lot of times with the more purebred type animals, we get people who are like, oh, I have a friend who's been looking for a German Shepherd, and actually none of them had been, you know, selected at that point. And of course, there was only one male in the whole group. And what did Joe Biden want? He wanted a male. And he got very, very, very lucky that that dog wasn't already slated for a home. And then down the road, once he was in foster with his siblings for a little bit, he did go into foster with them, and we had him in foster for a while till he's ready for adoption, and then he finalized.
We love fostering, and it sounds like you have an active fostering program. Can you tell folks what fostering means?
So fostering essentially means that we provide supplies, vet care, any supportive care as far as like behavior or medical needs, and the family just provides the love. So essentially any animal that has major medical concerns or behavioral concerns that would benefit in a home versus staying in the shelter environment, we do try to get them into homes that can handle those sorts of things so that they have their best chance at, you know, becoming healthy, having a sort of life of stay. If they're struggling with the shelter environment, it is insanely helpful to have them in a home where there's not nearly as many stressors.
How important is fostering to your organization?
Oh my goodness. I mean, today alone, we took in how many puppies? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I had to count because there were so many. There was 11 puppies alone that came in on one transport from North Carolina, and every single one of them rolled in on the little cart, and they got transported into foster homes. And having puppies so young in the shelter environment is super risky for their health, because there's so many things that they could catch here. So having them in foster not only keeps them healthy and safe, but it also allows them to become more social in home environment.
So if I wanted to become a foster for, or Larry wanted to become a foster for your organization, what process do they go through in order to be qualified?
So we're pretty similar to other shelters where you just submit a foster application. It's very similar to our adoption application. We just, want to make sure that it's the right fit. We don't just kind of throw animals wherever just because. We want to make sure that the animal is successful and the people are successful and have a good experience. So we just ask if, you have a fenced-in yard, what your schedule is like, if you're able to keep them in a separate room or area of your home, if you have kids, and if they are knowledgeable with animals or not. And then we kind of just find placement from there. But we have so many people reaching out about fostering, especially since the beginning of COVID. People are home, they're able to do it more often. We are super grateful for every single person who's reached out. But essentially, once we have a match, we just reach out to them and say, hey, are you able to accommodate 2 puppies right now? They're 6 weeks old. They only need to be in foster for a few more weeks. If you're able to foster them, let us know. And then we kind of go from there.
So when the Biden came in wanting to foster, how did you know it was that they were going to be successful at fostering?
I mean, just knowing that he had another dog at the time, if he's got 1, he can have 2. But you don't really say no to Joe Biden.
He's a no dog lover.
America did it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times it's just, are you comfortable with fostering this animal? And I mean, that's kind of the bottom line. A lot of times, there's a lot of shelters out there and rescues that are a little bit more picky about who they place their animals with and what they're able to handle. And honestly, it just comes down to conversation, just very, being open and honest about what you're able to handle, what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. And then we just kind of make matches from there.
The making matches is what matters. So having you be able to direct that process, that sets a lot of people up for success. There are some animals that don't show you who they are for a little while. It's not their fault. That's just the way they operate. But you setting the fosters up for success is an amazing trait, an amazing gift to be able to have and to do that successfully. So kudos to you and all that you work with for being able to help that. What percentage are you at for fostering now as opposed to pre-COVID? I know where I live, the fostering percentage of the pets in shelters is gone up exponentially. So
at the very beginning of COVID, we did have a goal to have all of our animals in foster care, with very, very, very few in the shelter, cats included. This was primarily just to make sure that we were ready, because nobody knew what was going to happen. So we wanted to be prepared and get the animals out. We had such an influx of people reaching out that, if we can learn more about an animal in a home environment, we're going to take advantage of that opportunity. So
absolutely,
everybody in foster, we gathered countless supplies. We put pleas out for supplies. So if someone wasn't able to foster or adopt, we just asked, hey, if there's any way you want to help, we could absolutely use more supplies like crates and food and all sorts of different things. So I don't know exactly what percentage, but probably 95% of our animals were in foster originally. And then as people started going back to work, more animals started coming back. But the amount of adopters that have reached out has gone through the roof as well. So we don't have as big of a need to have all of the animals in foster, because they could just either be adopted by their foster families, which absolutely has happened, especially in the beginning, or they could just get adopted. We just reach out to the foster and say, hey, we got someone interested in your foster dog or cat, are you able to bring them in? And we kind of scheduled meets. We did Zoom calls. We did virtual chatting. We had fosters bring the animal here, or we even connected adopters with fosters, so long as everyone was comfortable and staying safe. We allowed pretty much just about anything to happen as long as it was safe and a good match.
How did you check up on Major while he was in foster?
We had several select staff making sure that we could, kind of stay in touch, but it obviously had to be very strict. We couldn't just have anyone reaching out and checking in. But he did go into foster with, I believe, a dog trainer for a short period of time as well, to make sure that he kind of got on the right track for, training purposes and everything too.
So you have trainers who are willing to handle fosters in your program.
Yeah, we have a trainer that is on staff, and we as fosters reach out to us with, problems, concerns, anything at all, or if we know an animal is going into foster with issues, we actually have our trainer contact them to just check in to make sure everything is going okay. We try to be really proactive about doing things versus kind of waiting for things to happen and then having to be reactive to that.
Boy,
So
do I
smart.
love hearing that. Doesn't that sound
So
great?
smart. Absolutely. I mean, that's the best, that's the juncture you should meet, where their behavior and finding out what it is and helping to change that behavior. And that puppy or that dog, that's when that juncture has to happen. Otherwise they end up back. What's the percentage of times they were returned? So much if that behavior was not modified. Too many times returned if that behavior wasn't modified. So that was the juncture that was missing that. So they've created that, they've filled in that gap.
That is fantastic. The
Thank
biggest
you.
reason that homeless dogs don't get adopted is lack of training.
Our trainer, her name's Lee Dempsey. She's absolutely fantastic. And I feel like I learned so much from her, just in my time that I've been working here. And one of the things that Lee's actually pointed out is that the first year of a dog's life is absolutely the most pivotal time for adoption. It's critical, for training and for socialization is what the term she likes to use. So it's really interesting to see some return rates often occur around the 1 year mark, just because people, they don't properly socialize their dogs, so they don't have the tools, or they think they are. So that first year training period or socialization period is so vital.
Being the mentor that helps reshape that pet's attitude and that pet's behavior is so monumental as the next portion of their life. So thank you for being there to provide that service. It's such a big deal when it comes to finding their forever home.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So on this show, we give a shelter shout out on every show. Jeannie, do you have a shelter in mind that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Ooh, I have a shelter in mind. Maybe you have one too.
Oh my God, there's so many amazing ones.
There's so many amazing ones, but being in Delaware, another shelter that is not too far, but in another state close by, is Philadelphia Animal Welfare Society. They go by the nickname PAWS. They're really unbelievable, and they do a lot of great work in Philadelphia, and they're only about 40 minutes away. But I've adopted some animals from them in the past, and they're just really wonderful to work with.
I love hearing that. I thought I would set you up to talk about Delaware Humane Association.
Oh, and they go calling out somebody else, which is okay.
I'm
Talking about Howard Humble. I'm so sorry. I misunderstood.
not
It's not
sorry. I
a
mean,
different shelter
listen.
shout out.
How about we do a double one?
Folks like you, CORY, and STEPH who work in shelters, your heart is out. What I hear in that answer is that it's more about the cause.
It is, and it's funny
So
because
rare today.
Steph and I were just talking about that earlier.
We're not the best at trying to put ourselves in the spotlight. We just, even with all this, press and all these outreach, people outreaching to us, we're just how can we make this all about all the shelter animals and the whole country and the world? We're just always talking about everyone else.
Bravo.
We get it. And we're so proud of you for all that you've done. So, and thank you for reaching out about them. That's an amazing other shelter that's not that far away. So you're helping your whole area, because I know you're going to share this. So that's huge. And another thing that our show is all about and we should all be about every day, is gratitude. So is there someone that's special, that's on your heart, that you're thinking of today that you'd like to give a special shout out to? Both of you, obviously.
Man.
I mean, we were just
I know
talking
that's not
about-
easy. There's so many. I know that's
in
not
the
easy.
animal welfare world, or
Any world you like. I mean, it could be your husband, it could be your friends, it could be your dog, it could be the shoes that get you there. It could be anything you choose.
I mean, I know I can name two. So one of them is absolutely my husband. When we met, he told me he had a black lab, and that was probably the thing that made me let him have my number.
It's so true.
So his lab is actually the reason I work for Delaware Humane. I was just finishing up school. I had, we met and we've been seeing each other. And I asked, I really need to get a summer job. I'm originally from North Jersey. So I was going to school at University of Delaware. So I was like, I really need a summer job. Like, where should I go? And I had worked at PetSmart before, and a couple other animal places. And he was like, oh, why don't you try the place I got Midnight? And I said, yeah, okay. And actually, at the time, he called it Delaware Humane Society. And, a lot of people do call us that, but we are actually Delaware Humane Association. We are our own, nonprofit organization. We're not, affiliated with anyone else. But anyway, when we met, he said, I only ever kind of wanted one dog. And now I've been here for a little over 7 years, and I came with a cat. My cat and I found each other when I was in school, and we've now fostered, oh my God, I don't even know how many animals, but at one point we had 14 animals under our roof. That included a mom husky who had 6 puppies. And 7 puppies. We just did another mom who gave birth to a wonderful litter of kind of boxer mixes.
You should see her basement.
Oh
It's
my
the
goodness.
puppy lair.
So my husband is
An angel.
obviously the most incredible person, but he's just kind of welcomed that with mostly open arms. But he's just been so incredible with everything, and he's very handy. So he's helped me build my foster room. He's,
Wow.
just about anything and everything. He'll let the dogs out when I need him to, that sort of thing. But he's incredible. But another person that is absolutely incredible, that's just a huge inspiration for me, is Hannah Shaw. She's Kitten Lady. She's absolutely fantastic. She's all about saving neonatal kittens. But she's just incredible. If anyone is interested in helping save tiny lives and has a small amount of space, that is an awesome place to start because it's such a need. So definitely check her out if you haven't heard of her already.
Wow.
We will.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing.
Somebody in your life or in the world who you'd love to give a special shout out to.
Absolutely. I'll do 2 quick ones. First and foremost, I think on my mind, and definitely this past week, really has been everyone on staff, all of my colleagues here at Delaware Humane Association. In particular, our executive director, Patrick Carroll. He is so committed to the cause and our mission and works round the clock 7 days a week to just do everything and anything he can to support Delaware Humane Association and every person and animal that walks through the front doors. So it's really an honor to be able to work with him and learn with him. So Patrick's definitely on our mind, or my mind, in my heart this week. And then, of course, I have to give a shout out to my 3 fur babies at home, my 3 kitties, Bunny, Monsieur Gustav, and Trash Can Baby.
Trash. There's a story behind all of that. I can't wait to hear those stories. I used to call my dog Spaghetti-O Cece. Spaghetti-O Cece was hilarious.
Corey, do you name the dogs who are under Stephanie's jurisdiction there at the shelter? Does she allow you anywhere near naming rights?
We all contribute. I actually haven't named any animals in a while, but I have named quite a few cats here.
Hilarious.
Well, Steph and Corey, thank you so much for being with us today on Dog Hugs and sharing Delaware Humane Association as well as Major and the Bidens with us.
Thank you so much. It was an honor. We really enjoyed this.
Thank you so much. We adore you.
Sit and stay for more Dog Hugs.
It's cold outside, but it's warm in my heart. And in the gray fall sky is his work of art. Latent and low, quiet and still, November is welcome, my eyes to drink their fill. Of brown-gray grass and red-orange leaves, of pavement winding through the strong, stately trees. Down the hill, past the barn, past the gate, up the lane. The house with bright candles in each window pane. Now I step inside. Oh, it's warm. Oh, that smell. Hot turkey roasting, potatoes done well. Sweet spicy cider, warm winter wine, cranberry sauce. The flavor is divine. The smiles and hugs are so warm and sweet. In this cold gray November, a Thanksgiving treat. I do love it all. And I am so thankful, yes, for this lovely season. I am truly blessed.
Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed that interview, and thank you once again to Steph and Corey, yes, from the Delaware Humane Association.
And Trash Can Betty or whatever they're. I love that name
ever. Yeah.
I couldn't stop laughing after I heard that. It brought back a lot of memories.
How many, Robert, how many folks do we have entering today's Yummy Combs giveaway?
3? Did I say 3?
3 people. Yeah, sorry. I had myself muted.
I figured that was I'm glad I could see without my glasses.
Balls 1, 2,
That's
and
good.
3, and put them into the Maytag.
Oh, Rama.
Thank you. Thank you for naming that, gentlemen. And we'll give it a spin.
Because we want to make your dog's day with a Yummy Comb. Actually, I made my dog's day this morning with their Yummy Combs. They are very happy.
And if Spider brings one back, he'll get his own Yummy Comb today.
Yay!
Who's
Stop!
Okay, here we
I
go.
guess I didn't sing it today. I should have sang it.
All right, and our winner today is number 2. Who has number 2? Good job, Spider.
What? Miss
Congratulations, number 2. Your dog. You have just made. We're going to make your dog's day. We're going to help you make
great.
your
It's
dog's day.
Wonderful, wonderful little treat that Spider can't get enough of.
Number 2 is Ginger Shirley.
Congratulations, Ginger.
Congratulations,
Shirley.
Ginger. And Robbie's going to connect with you offline to get your contact. So, folks, we do giveaway most days. All right.
Successfully.
Yes.
Yes.
Time for our own shelter shout-outs. Are we going with Delaware Humane today?
Of course. What an amazing shelter.
I am.
And thank you to them for really just doing what they do. I love their facility. I'm so grateful for them, not just for Major, but for just in general. I mean, an amazing place to be.
Amen. Yes. Gratitude, blessings. Who's on your heart? Who's on your mind today, Geraldine and Robbie?
I'll jump right in with the foster families across the whole I'm going to say world, but let's, we can keep it national if we need to. Thank you, foster families, for opening up your homes. The more time a pet spends in a home during its transition into its forever family, the better. So thank you. And to Joe and Jill Biden, of course, and everyone else out there who has fostered before. It's a commitment of love, and we really appreciate you for it. So that's where I go today, straight to
beautifully said. Beautifully said. Robbie, who?
I'm kind of grateful to the ladies when we asked who their shelter shout out was. They shouted out to another shelter. To me, that was so amazing. It's like, oh my gosh, shelter people are so big-hearted in everything that they do, and just the fact that they shouted out to another shelter, I thought was incredible.
Wasn't that sweet? So
I'm amazed by them. I'm grateful for that and for the work they do.
Yes,
beautifully.
Today, my shout out is going to the Biden family. I'm really excited about having dogs Major and Champ in the White House come January 20th, and wishing you, Major, a very happy Gotcha Day. Thank you so much, folks, for being with us today on Dog Hugs, and we look forward to having you again tomorrow.
We have a surprise tomorrow.
Are we giving it away, or we're just saving it for tomorrow?
Shall we give it away? What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. So here we go to another bonus fun fact. Geraldine, on Thanksgiving Day, what TV show is after the Macy's Day Parade?
National Dog Show?
Good guess. 10 points advanced to the bonus round. And
so
we have tomorrow. And who's on our show tomorrow, Geraldine?
Well, that would be Mr. David Fry, the inventor of dog.
Okay.
And also the co-host of the National Dog Show on NBC Thanksgiving today. So, folks,
with our other friend, John O'Hurley. Yes, of course.
All right, folks, we can't wait to have you again tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in today. Big hugs to all y'all.
Big hugs. Bye guys.